possible. Okay, so we got one video that's showing its head up there. So we should be slightly excited by that, without reviewing him yet, because Google obviously are happy with that. Okay, so 585,000 competing. That's still rather large, but doesn't scare us.
Yeah.
WikiHow on the top. Scott's Bunker. Okay, how to write a book, The Short Honest Truth. Okay, is that somebody you know?
No.
Okay, cool. Then that's just a website. That's very, very beatable. How to write a book in 30 days, which is The Guardian. Now, The Guardian is a newspaper in the United Kingdom. So easy to beat them. How to write a book now. How to write a book now. And then you've got a simple website, so easy to beat. Then we've got Amazon, and then we've got that video, and then we've got a website. So this is Google bringing up results that don't deserve to be there and should not be there. Now, are we excited by that? I'm not quite sure, because I don't like the keyword. Personally, I think it's too big. So are they giving results because nobody else wants to take it on?
Right.
You can't be the first person that's tried to go after the how to write a book. Yes, we can see a few ads on there. But for, let me just grab my pen. For WikiHow to be on the first page, and for a British newspaper to be on the first page, and for Amazon to be on the first page, tells me in my heart, in the bones inside me, that that is too big to take on and nobody else really wants to take it on properly. Okay.
Okay.
That's what I think. I think that keyword needs to be added to. Eventually, of course, from a content point of view, you want that keyword. You really need to own that keyword. But the first time round, I don't think you should be going after that. You will definitely eventually own that. You know, and I, as a coaching student of mine, I would say to you, hey, let's take this on. Let's do this. Let's go out there and do a series of maybe 50 little videos that make up maybe 2 hours of content, and let's smash the life out of this, because this guy is on the first page. Okay, so I wouldn't say don't take it on, but I would definitely be going after other keywords. I'm just going to go straight to this guy's website. Okay, so he's got 29,000 lookers. So let's be excited about that. Okay. Also, this guy knows what he's doing, because there are his videos. There. Okay, on the right-hand side.
I am on the bottom. I'm on the bottom front page of YouTube for how to write a book.
Cool. So let's be excited by that. A lot of viewers.
Okay.
He's doing okay there. He's doing very well, okay indeed. But you know, that ASAP is what is the call to action, isn't it? You know?
Yes.
That's the call to action. That's what people want. I don't want to write a book and take the next 5 years doing it. I want to write the book as fast as possible, and I want to get it out there, which is how you then promote your training course as the solution to that kind of thing. I'm just curious to see what this guy's doing. You will learn a great deal from those people that are doing well in this niche.
Right.
What I see instantly here is that we have a page rank 5, super powerful. He has a fairly good traffic rank, which doesn't really align with the page rank. Not quite right. Usually the page rank that high, you would have more traffic. So he's certainly trying. He's certainly putting a lot of content in. It's Google obviously like this guy. Okay, he's got a book, a YouTube video, and a sign-up. Beautiful. You know, we're just talking about Carmelo and how you should lay out your website. Okay, this is a perfect example of how that should be. He's got the content underneath, which gives the search engines a reason to like you. Okay, but ultimately, when you arrive on this guy's website, this just gives a bit of content here. Okay, for the search engines. Again, proof that we don't have to go crazy with content. I personally would have put a couple of images on there, but this guy's a pro. We can tell he's a pro instantly. So it kind of confirms what we said. When people type in a keyword, like how to write a book ASAP, they want to be greeted with that answer. Hey, my name is Chris, and I'm going to show you how to write a book as soon as possible. Why? Well, because I've been doing this for X amount of years, and I've created a system that guarantees you can write a book super, super fast. Now, if you'd like to know more about this, if you'd like to know what it is that I can do for you, put your details in that box underneath, and I'll give you a training course that will absolutely show you that you can write a book very simply, very quickly. Put your details below, okay? And people are going to do that, okay? So the layout of the page is good. So he would be someone that I would be looking at for sure as a way. And so maybe we're not so scared of how to write a book, but let's just go to the keyword tool very, very quickly.
Now, with me having the video like already done and optimized, would you recommend me maybe going back and retitling, how to write a nonfiction book?
Yep. Or whatever combination we decide on, whatever keywords we come out at, and then keep doing it. I don't know if I put my keyword in properly then. Yeah, okay, cool. That's the whole idea. We can put a really simple website together, which is maybe 5 or 6 pages deep, and every page kind of says the same thing. Hey, you want to learn to read? Well, you better sign up to my list here. You better grab my attention right now, because I'm going to give you everything that you need. Okay? The keyword tool. I'm going to do some separate videos to the new keyword tool for people. But for now, let's just use the old one we have here. It's a bit slow loading. So does that make sense to you, what I've just said?
Yes, it does. It does. I did have a question on the website, because you said something that I kind of learned before in terms of when people come to your website, it should just be one thing and not multiple things. And that's kind of how I have this website set up, where, I mean, you're not confused on what you're getting, and it's, kind of direct. But I wanted to just kind of get your thoughts on it, if time permits.
Okay. So basically you're selling a product, correct?
Yes.
Then you should be blatant about that. You really, really should. Is this system a good system?
Oh, it's phenomenal. I used it for 3 of my books that I've written personally.
Okay. And how long have you been trying to do this?
I've been a writer since 2007.
Okay. You need an internet marketer like me. That's what you need to show you how do I write a book. Let's just go for those two right now, okay? How to write a book, how do I write a book? I'm going to go straight to only show related keywords here. We're not going to play about. We're going to stay on broad. We're going to the keyword ideas. Okay, so 550,000 and 550,000. Let's go top to bottom. We've only got 2 pages. We like that. That's good. Look how quickly that jumps. And this again might prove my point when I was saying that people just might be scared to take this on. That's that top keyword, because we go from 550 straight to 135 and then straight to 49,500. Okay, and then we hang about that all the way down. So these are the keywords that we're interested in, really. On this one here, there's 49,000. These are the keywords that we should be using, because they will all give us strength to what we're after. But let's have a look. How to write a how-to book. Book on how to write a book. How to write a book. Books on how to write a book. Is your system, what is it, a book?
No, it's a video.
It's a video. You've created what, a series of videos or one video?
Yes, no, it's video modules. It's probably about 7 videos.
How do I write a book review? How do I write a book report? How do how to write a book report, how to write a summary on a book, how to write a summary on a book, how to write a book summary, how to write a children's book, children. Let me just get rid of my pen a second. Children's book is big there, huh?
Yeah, it is.
How to write a book online is a nice fast one. You could control that by the end of the week. How to write a book online, and then they arrive on that page that is unique to that keyword on how to write a book online, and you have a capture on there that goes, I have 10 of the best tips that you need on how to write a book, and I've created a video especially for you. Now let me ask you a question, Chris. Could you put a quick video together for me that would show me the 10 best tips on how to write a book really quickly?
Definitely.
And that would be what, 10, 15 minutes long?
Probably so, yeah.
Then that's what you should be doing, because that would control that keyword instantly. How to write a book essay, how to start with a book. Okay, I like every one of these keywords. I like the book online, this one here. A storybook. I'm not quite sure with the analysis and the report and the review. I really like the look of them, but I don't know what people are actually telling us there.
Right.
When they type that, I don't know if you can make sense of that. Let's just go and do a Google search. How to write a book review. So are they saying that they want to go and review someone who teaches people how to write books? Because that is a person that really wants to buy. How to write a book review. Right. So it's who wants to write a review about a book, I guess.
Right, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
cool. It. Okay, cool. Then that's not good to us anyway. We're really not interested in that. And again, if we look, there's no ads. So we want to definitely stay away from that one. What about analysis? What does that tell you? You know, we need to do between us is create that super brain now. You are the skilled person. I am someone that can find the right answers. So between us, we should be able to crack a good couple of keywords here.
Right. I really like the what you said about how to write a book online, because I think that's more specific to what it is that I actually provide.
Yeah. Yeah. How to write a book training course should be in there somewhere. Why don't we take this off, one quick look, and then you can do this on your own. Let's take the only show closely related and see if we can peel out a keyword. So it's got 1 of 800. Let's go 100 items. Let that refresh, and let's go boom, boom. Okay, 60,000. I've clicked that twice and I'm at 60,000. 49,000, 33,000. Okay, what have we got here? So non-fiction is an autobiography? You could teach someone to do an autobiography?
No, that's kind of like in a class of its own. It's a little bit different.
Okay. How to become a writer?
Yes.
I like that one. How to become a writer. A lot of reviews there, mate. You should be all over that like a rash. That is a keyword that is up there a lot, that review one. Do not go away from this webinar tonight without taking that keyword and doing something with it. A PDF report that you can put together or a video that you can put together that covers that keyword. Trust me. If you want to write a review... I'm not sure
what to do with it.
Well...
Because people that write reviews aren't necessarily people that want to write a book, but I'm not sure what to do.
But can you teach people how to write? Of course you can. Or you should be thinking outside the box a little bit and thinking in grey, and you should be finding a product about how do I write a book review, because that becomes your upsell, your back-end product. I want you to go into the keyword tool and do what I've just done there. Okay, and get down to the 60,000s and find yourself 3 or 4 good keywords, because we are going to chew up time here. I would love to talk more about this one, because I could see, looking at these